You can always tell when an Airbnb host is at their breaking point. It usually starts the same way: a sigh and a half laugh and the sentence, "Okay, I'm not sure this is working anymore." I hear this line every single week, not because these owners are doing anything wrong. In fact, most of the time their property is gorgeous, their reviews are solid, and they've done everything the Airbnb gurus told them to do. And yet the profits aren't there. The calendar is patchy, the guests are demanding, the fees are higher, and the stress off the charts. Phoenix used to be the place where Airbnb investors could print money. Now it's a minefield of competition, seasonality, lower occupancy, and new fee structures that hit owners harder than ever. So today, I want to walk you through the top 5 Airbnb mistakes Phoenix hosts are making in 2025, not to shame anyone, but to show you exactly what's going wrong and how midterm rentals fix every single one of those issues. Because the truth is, if your Airbnb isn't performing, it's not your fault. The model change and clinging to the old playbook is the mistake that's costing investors the most money. So let's get into it. Mistake 1, thinking high occupancy equals high profit. This one gets everyone. Owners think if I'm booked every weekend, I'm doing great. But weekends are not the problem. Weekdays are. And in Phoenix, weekdays can be brutal. One host told me, "I'm 80% occupied." So I looked at her calendar and said, "You're actually 40% occupied. You're just full on Saturdays." Between cleaning fees, utilities, restocking, and Airbnb host-only fee model, those empty midweek gaps are killing your profit. With midterm rentals, you feel the entire month at one steady rate. No gaps, no dips, no guessing. It's boring in the best way possible. Mistake number 2, underestimating the true cost of turnovers. Let me tell you a quick story. A host in Chandler messaged me earlier this year and said, "I think I'm profiting around $1,000 a month." We pulled up her numbers and realized she was actually losing about $350 monthly, all because she wasn't calculating turnovers. Here's what she forgot to include: cleaning, $150 to $300 each, laundry, toiletries, coffee plus essentials, broken items, restocking, wear and tear, canceled cleans, last minute cleaner replacements, time spent coordinating. She had 9 turnovers in 1 month. Even with great bookings, she was drowning in expenses. Midterm rentals, 1 clean per stay, sometimes 1 clean per month. That alone can save you $800 to $1,400 a month in Phoenix. And this is the part that matters, not because cleaning is hard, but because constant turnovers means constant coordination. Most owners don't want that job. That's why I manage it for them. And even then, midterm is 100 times smoother. Mistake number 3, not realizing Airbnb guests expect hotel level service. This is where Airbnb hosts burn out the fastest. The expectation shift in the last 2 years has been massive. Guests want everything instantly: early check-in, late checkout, more amenities, faster replies, special requests, problem solving, customized stays, immediate troubleshooting. You're basically running a full service hotel without a hotel staff. One host in Scottsdale told me she got a 4-star review because the water pressure was too energetic. Another got 1 because the color of the towels didn't match the guest's expectation. It's wild. Midterm rental guests, they're not looking for pampering. They're looking for stability, cleanliness, comfort, and a place to live their real life for a few months. They don't need daily support. They don't expect you to be a concierge. They don't need you to fix their mood or plan their weekends. They want a home, not a hotel. And if something breaks, they tell you respectfully, not in a panicked message at 11 p.m. Mistake number 4, trying to DIY Airbnb when it's actually a full-time job. Let me be really honest here. Airbnb is a job, a real one, a demanding one, and most owners never actually wanted another job. They wanted passive income. They wanted cash flow. They wanted equity. They wanted a second home. They did not want to become hospitality managers. Midterm rentals, they're still a business, but they're manageable. Some owners love being hands-on. Others don't want to touch anything. I work with both. Some hire me for full management. Some hire me for consulting because they want to self-manage, but they want systems, templates, and real strategy, not chaos. The owners who self-manage successfully, they're organized. They communicate clearly. They understand leases. They stay on top of maintenance. They use automation tools. The owners who don't want to do that, they hire me and let me run the back end so their investment stays smooth and profitable without becoming another job. There's no right or wrong, but trying to DIY a short-term rental is almost always a recipe for exhaustion. Now, mistake number 5, assuming selling is the only way out. This is the saddest mistake because it's completely unnecessary. A lot of owners hit a rough patch within Airbnb and immediately think, I should just sell this house. But here's what they don't realize. You can keep the house. You can keep the equity. You can keep the investment. You can keep the appreciation. You can keep the tax advantages. You can keep the long-term upside. You just need a new operating model. Selling is not your only exit. You can pivot. That's the power of midterm rentals. It takes the home you already own and transforms it into a stable, predictable, lower stress income source. No one talks about this enough. Your property doesn't need to be replaced. It needs to be repurposed. So let's recap the 5 Airbnb mistakes and how midterm rentals handle each one. Number 1, high occupancy doesn't equal profit. Midterm fills whole months at once. Number 2, turnovers are expensive. Midterm rentals have minimal turnover. Number 3, guests expect hotel service. Midterm guests want home, not hospitality. Number 4, DIY Airbnb is overwhelming. Midterm rental is manageable or easily managed for you. Number 5, feeling stuck. Midterm lets you pivot without selling, and this is exactly why Phoenix is one of the best midterm rental markets in the country right now. We have relocation, we have hospitals, we have contractors, we have insurance housing claims, we have long-term temporary workers, we have families transitioning between homes. Demand is strong, year-round, predictable, not tied to spring training or winter visitors or weekend getaways. This is why my management clients see their net go up even when their gross slightly lowers. That's why stress drops 80 to 90%. It's why guest quality increases. It's why owners get their time back. If your Airbnb numbers feel unpredictable, if the stress is too much, if you're wondering why this isn't adding up, it's because the short-term rental game has changed. You didn't do anything wrong. The model evolved. And if you want out of the chaos but don't want to sell your investment, you do have options. I help owners convert their Airbnbs into midterm rentals every single week. Some hire me for full management, some hire me for consulting. Either way, the outcome is the same. Less chaos, more predictability, better guests, stronger net profit, and your life back. If you want me to look at your property and tell you whether midterm makes sense, reach out. Ask your questions. Text me. You don't have to do this alone, and you definitely don't have to stay stuck in a model that is no longer working.